I think that when you're put in enough dangerous and toxic situations, you become a defensive person, or rather, a combative person. And I think being around someone who's toxic or narcissistic or whatever evil fucking thing it is, I don't know why people are born like this. I don't know. I want to understand, but part of me just thinks that it's just I don't know, some demons just found their way onto Earth or something. I really don't know. But what I can say is that it doesn't have to make you, and it doesn't have to break you. You know, it. One saying I like is that when we face when we face adversity, we have two options. We can either let it define us, or we can just let it be a defining moment. And I think that's how I try to leave life. I try to make things defining moments and make it a point to where when I realize something has happened and I realize how it's affected me in my life, and I've seen the negative consequences, I make it a defining moment to never let it happen to me or anyone around me ever again. And it's definitely easier said than done, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. So I I think I have a very complex mind. Like, not even to sound corny, I have a mind that can process a lot. And unfortunately, a lot of my brain power has been, consumed by a lot of gaslighting and manipulation and just unnecessary traumas. And it's gotten to a point where I have no choice but to process it, because it's surfaced, into my conscious mind. There's just no more space. It's taken up all my brain power for years, and I'm at a point where I'm just I'm a little wonky because of it, honestly. I try to be as stable as a person and as good as I can, but when I'm by myself, that's when it really presents itself. And it shit. It's at a point now where I have nothing to lose. I feel like I have nothing to lose. And it's given me the courage to say and do things that I never would have thought I'd do. And I'm at a very pivotal point in my life where things can either go amazing or things can go terrible. And I pray to everything. I pray to Allah. I pray to Yahweh that everything, pans out good for me and for everyone around me. And I think despite all of this, my anchor has always been authenticity. It's been to maintain my sense of self despite all the chaos that's been my life, and to also have compassion not only for others but for myself. Because when we shame ourselves, we corrode our our sense of self. Shaming yourself is one of the most detrimental things you can ever do to you. Because when you create shame in yourself, you create insecurity. And when you create insecurity in yourself, you create narcissism? I don't know. You just become this missile of pain and agony in the world. You feel so lowly of yourself and you trust yourself so little that anybody who tries to love you is a threat. Anybody who is better than you, quote unquote, is bigger than you, stronger than you, is a threat. Everybody who is doing more than you is a threat, and you just become a missile of pain. You just shoot your arrows everywhere, and you carry on chaos wherever you go. You're just this storm walking on earth, and you can't help yourself because you're so succumbed to your shame and your insecurity that you can't possibly think that the having of someone else isn't the lack of yours. Just because someone else has does not mean you lack. And that's what shame and insecurity does to your mind. It corrodes your mind and it corrodes your soul. So that's why I never shame myself. And I build trust with myself, because those two things are what makes you. No matter what, you are who you are. No matter whatever soul you were brought to within this earth, no matter what soul you were brought to within this earth, you are who you are. Now, the thing that changes who we become is our environments and our self-concept. Those two things make or break you in this world. I mean, you have nothing else. You know, if you want to get into the quantum and spiritual explanation of people and talk about the universe experiencing itself through humans and through life, which is true. You know, you look at patterns and symbolism in the world. You look at, you know, the structure of DNA. It's the exact same structure of life. It's the exact same structure of the universe, and it's just our DNA is code, it's genetic code, and you know, our brain is like one big cell. Literally, it's the biggest cell we have, and because it's a cell, it's the expression of us, and therefore we exist in our minds because our minds are the universe, and so we have access to the universe through our minds. It's fucking crazy, but your mind is a cell, and it gets even deeper to where our minds are not just physical things, but they're also psychological and spiritual things. So there's your mind on the physical level, and then there's your mind on the spiritual level, which is where, you know, we talk about balance, yin and yang, if you want to talk about this star, as above, so below. It's a complex thing, and a lot of people are possessed by spiritual demons from their past, and that controls them. You know, that's something I never want to let happen, or that's something that I work to prevent, and it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard. It's way easier to just let bad things that happen to you corrode you and turn you into a miserable, evil human. It's way easier to do that. It's way harder to allow yourself to feel and process and write and journal and express and be vulnerable. It's way harder. But if you want to reach the best version of yourself, that's what you have to do. It's absolutely what you have to do. And that's what I do. So I don't know what this video is for. I guess it's to say that life ain't easy. You know, if it was, what would be the point? But we're here, we're alive, and that's the gift that keeps on giving. And it's up to you to decide that, you live for just today or tomorrow. It's up to you to decide where you go. Your life is in your hands. Sit down and write the life you want for yourself in detail, down from your birth to your fucking death, and watch it happen. Wherever you set your mind to, your mind will go. It's just a computer. You just give it commands and it does it. That's it. Whatever you put into your mind becomes you. So I'll leave you with that. But yeah.